Okay, welcome everyone. This is the first workshop on agents and robots for reliable engineered autonomy, or for short, AREA. I think you should all be a little bit sad, as I am, that we are not in Santiago de Compostela, unfortunately, due to the situation at the moment. But the advantage of doing a virtual workshop is that hopefully we can get more participants involved in the workshop as we would have otherwise in person. So we will start with a quick introduction of ourselves, the organizers, because just this is the first edition of the workshop and we are all junior researchers at the moment. So I'll start with myself. My name is Rafael Cardoso. I'm a postdoc at the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom. I'm part of the group called Autonomy and Verification Lab, which is led by Professor Michael Fisher, who is, I saw earlier, is here with us today. And I would like to thank you, Michael, because it was Michael that suggested the name for us. So it was a very good suggestion. And also thank you for all your advice for dealing with workshops and organizing the first workshop. My main interests are multi-agent systems, automated planning, and formal verification. So now I'll pass to the other organizers to introduce themselves, starting with Angelo.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Angelo Ferrando. I'm also a postdoc at the University of Manchester as Rafael in the same group. My main interests are in multi-agent systems and formal verification, but especially in the last years, I focused more on runtime verification of robotic applications. Unfortunately, it was brief, sorry. You can go on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi all. I'm Daniela Briola. I'm a researcher in the University of Milano Bicocca in Italy. I'm working in the software engineering group of Professor Mariani from 4 years. And before I was working, and I still collaborate with the Professor Mascardi in the area of multi-agent system and complex system in the University of Genoa. I'm very, very glad to be here today. I want to thank all of the participants, the invited speaker, the authors for sending us a contribution. And I really hope that you will enjoy this workshop today. And thank you again. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Claudio Menghi. I'm a research associate at the University of Luxembourg in the software verification and validation group of Lionel Briand. My research interests are in the area of cyber-physical systems, so robotics as well as in the robotics application and multi-agent system. So welcome to everyone, and let's hope to have a really nice and interactive workshop.
Hello, everybody, also from me. Nice to see you, more or less. My name is Tobias Albrecht. I'm working in the Computation Intelligence Group at Clauster University of Technology of Jürgen Dix. So naturally, I'm working with multi-agent systems, and yeah, thanks. Thanks for being here today.
All right, thank you, my co-organizers. So now I'll just give you a brief intuition on our motivation behind the workshop, which was to bring together researchers from multi-agent systems, robotics, software engineering, and verification and validation. And I hope that the discussions made today will somehow help towards that goal, that motivation that we had. And the usual stats slide, even though we are the first workshop, I thought we should include it. Maybe we'll have a second edition and then we can compare some stats. But we had 28 program committee members. They were from a good selection of varied countries, 14 different countries. And we would like to thank all of them for their excellent reviews during the peer review process of the workshop. We had 12 paper submissions, 7 full papers and 5 short papers. In the end, we accepted 10 of those, 6 full and 4 short, and you will see the videos for them in a moment when we start with the sessions. And all of the papers are already available at the proceedings from EPTS at that website, and you can also enter the area website, and there should be a link for the proceedings in there. So we would also like to thank all of the authors for their excellent submissions, and I hope you will enjoy their presentations and we'll have nice discussions about them. And of course, our 2 invited speakers, Ares and Charles, who are gonna, I'm sure, give like excellent talks in a minute. So just some important information before we jump right into it. You may have seen that the meeting is being recorded, but this is only for the opening remarks and the 2 invited talks. No Q&A session will be recorded, so you don't have to worry about asking any questions or holding back on the authors for that. We also ask that you please keep your microphone and camera off when you're not speaking. You won't be able to turn them on if you are not a co-host, but we will make all authors co-host during their sessions. And I'll have a next slide talking about questions and how we're going to do with questions in a second. So if you're speaking, we also ask that you remember to turn your camera on. Of course, this is only if you feel comfortable in doing so. And now to ask a question, you will have 2 options. You can either write in the chat, I have a question or something similar. And when it's time for you to ask your question, the chair will ask you to unmute and turn on your video. So there should be a prompt on the screen for you to do so. And then you can ask your question. Or if you prefer, you can write your question in the chat, and then the session chair will read it out loud when it's your turn. Remember to either write or say your name and your place of work before the question, just to contextualize your question a little bit better. We also want to briefly announce our special issue, which is based on the topics of the area workshop. And this is going to be in the MDPI Journal of Sensor and Actuator Networks. The deadline for submissions is the 30th of November of 2020. And you can find more information about the special issue in this link, which is also available in the area workshop website. Now, to quickly go to the schedule, we will, as soon as I'm done with the opening remarks, go with Ares for his invited talk. Then we have 3 slots. Each invited talk is supposed to last half an hour, so 30 minutes. And each paper in a slot is supposed to last 20 minutes. So we'll try to keep on time for everyone. We have a break in the middle, or a little bit after the middle, of 10 minutes. And after that, we have the next invited talk from Charles, and then the 2 last sessions and a very brief closing remarks. So just to finish, I'd like to thank my co-organizers and the PC, the authors, everyone that's here today, all of the institutions that we're from, of course, the projects that we're part, the labs, and our 2 media partners.